was a data privacy tech startup. So basically, we're probably trying to solve one of the most relevant challenges facing the world today. We live in such a digital age like never before. Obviously, companies naturally want to, collect and harness our data, use it for analytics and machine learning, etc. This comes at a cost to people's privacy. So how do you manage that trade-off? Essentially, we're building software to help solve this problem.
Like you say, it's pretty relevant now. Data privacy must be. I mean, I guess Privitar, even though they're a fairly small company still, must have quite a lot of buy-in from people that not only work in there but also want to work there, I guess, as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the average person, I'll say, has really woken up to the issues around data privacy. There's so many big events that keep on happening, whether it's Facebook Cambridge Analytica back in 2017, and there's a whole documentary about it on Netflix now called The Great Hack.
I see that. Incredible. It's just proper eye-opening, that. Yeah.
In my time there, probably we've had 2 office moves. Went through both our Series B and our Series C funding. When I joined, we're about 50 people. We're now about 150 odd, so effectively trebled the size of the company. When I joined, I think we only had an office in London as our headquarters. Now we have physical offices in New York, Boston, Austin, Warsaw, Singapore. We're really moving to become an international company. Definitely still systems go. We haven't, within R&D, which is what I look after, we've not cancelled any roles whatsoever. So, the hiring targets still remain. Eventually, everything will go back to normal. Hopefully that's sooner rather than later. And obviously when that does, we want to be in a good position and not be behind the curve. So
yeah, of course.
With naturally, obviously commercially, we're affected same as a lot of other companies out there, but we're still in a very good place, and hiring still systems go.
So how about the people within Privitar then? Engineers, whoever they may be, how are they getting on?
Yeah, good. I think
I assume you catch up with them quite a bit.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I think everyone gets a little bit of Zoom fatigue. What is just a very short chat in the office is now a Zoom meeting. So you're getting people spending 5, 6, 7 hours a day on Zoom meetings. That's a little bit much, but I think apart from that, the company's tried its best and it's really done very well in trying to make people feel comfortable working remotely. There's plenty of cool things going on, whether it's, I think we have a sourdough club now, so a couple of people who are absolute whizzes at making bread basically, and we have a Slack channel associated to that.
Sourdough club,
yeah, like sourdough bread. So people will be making these bread loaves every week. We'll put pictures up and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's different. I haven't heard of that one before. I've heard of run clubs and DIY clubs, but yeah, bread club is new to me, I must admit. I guess from a sort of technical standpoint, what's sort of Privitar's focus in terms of the software they use, stuff like that? Can you give us an insight into that? I guess that's your sort of domain.
Yeah, so most of our code is Java. We did a lot of work on big data engineering. So our software is obviously applied to massive data sets. So we need to write code that is scalable and performant. So we use Spark and Hadoop for processing distributed data. We write Spark applications to transform data in batch jobs, and we also integrate multiple streaming architectures.
Must be pretty complex systems that you're building.
Yeah, I think we've got a lot of interesting scalability challenges. Being able to process ever increasing massive amounts of data. How do we test that? Is certainly very interesting. We've got a lot of interesting work around automation, around essentially data transformation. So the privacy magic. How do we manipulate new types of data, your geolocation data, your transactional data history. How can we do this better? Start of this year, we've made a decision to open up a new Warsaw hub, a new engineering hub. We did that because we effectively had a very good and reliable software engineer in Warsaw anyway. For the last year or so, it's been working remotely.
Right.
So we saw an opportunity there to kind of build an office around him and effectively, be able to hire in two different talent pools at the same time. Obviously, both Warsaw and London, you're ultimately going to grow quicker. So, yeah, I think, the goal is to probably make that office around 10 software engineers by the end of this year. I think it stands there about five devs. So, yeah, we're kind of relatively on track for that.
Stay safe, and we'll catch up soon, yeah?
You too, dude.